Really?
Sit down.
Really? Her name? Her name again?
Andy.
Name is Annie. Dog's name is Annie.
Just had it.
That's what she just said.
You know, I come in and I see both of you here. That's very unusual. It's not always easy to get my people to show up. It's wonderful to see both of you. So I appreciate it. And we're just waiting for
Christine.
Christina. Have you heard anything or Richard?
No, I don't know. We go ask them if that is.
Maybe, if you don't mind.
Thought maybe she would sit at our table this time. It is impressive. Scoop bag, but yeah, one of these days that's gonna put on the calendar. So you gonna come to my place, Raja? Monday. She's gonna send something out. Monday.
We're just gonna wait a minute for Christina to come. How was dinner? Silence. No one wants to take a stab at it? I see. I saw a hand motion.
Turkey was good.
Oh, the turkey was
It was
good.
very dry.
Well, how come no gravy or anything on top of it? Nothing?
They had gravy on it.
Yeah, it even said that on the menu, didn't it? Yeah.
Ham gravy.
Why give it flavor?
Why give it flavor if you don't have to, right? Well, we're on the way, folks. Changes are now being made and not just talked about. So we're very hopeful about changes in the dining room. Very hopeful.
Somebody that's
We may have to. Okay, Richard, you want to hand out the mic for who wants to start? Do we have a volunteer? Christina's supposed to start. We usually start with the staff person so they can get back to their job. I don't know where she is.
she's still working.
And is she still, have you seen it?
Yeah.
Oh,
She's still working.
so she, okay, so, well, yeah, but she also, said she would be available for this. I don't know, unless, she just is delayed. I've never not had a staff person show up. Oh, okay, thank you. Okay, shall we start with Sandy? Okay, dear, you wanna hold this? It doesn't bite, and as much as you can, keep it, close, kind of pointed at your mouth, and you'll see that you'll come over a lot better. Ah, there you go. Very good. Okay, so, have you all met Sandy Lightman? Somebody corrected me the other day when I said she was somewhat new here, and said, no, she's not. she's been here a while.
No, this is Bobby.
Was that, oh, that was Bobby? Oh, okay. Well, we'll check with her when I get to her. Okay, thank you, Andy, you're right. It was Bobby. So, Sandy, welcome, and tell me, how long have you been at Heritage Point?
I've been here about 6 weeks now.
Oh, okay, 6 weeks, I thought it was longer.
It
And
might
although,
be 7 weeks. I
okay,
haven't counted.
okay. Well, you're having too much fun and no time to count,
Well,
right?
I am enjoying myself.
Oh, good.
Yes.
This is what I want to hear. May we start though with finding out a little bit about you and your background. Tell us where you were born and a little bit about your family.
Well, I was born in Brooklyn, New York. And I moved upstate New York up to Utica when I got married. And my parents wanted me to finish college, and I only had 2 years of college. And my husband promised my parents that I would finish college when I got up to Utica to live. Lo and behold, 9 months and 4 days later, after I was married, I had a baby. So that changed all my plans. But I did go back to school in later years. Syracuse University had a subsidiary in Utica, and so I was able to continue in Syracuse University. But I had started in Brooklyn College, and then I got all my credits transferred. And I lived in not a very large city, but Utica had about 100,000 people and had about 5,000 Jewish people. And everybody was very nice and very friendly, and Jewish people kind of stuck together, it seemed. But I will tell you, I've never met a community like I have since I moved here, where everybody is so friendly and so nice. I don't have anything to say that's negative about the people living here, because I think everybody is really very nice and friendly and made me feel very comfortable and very much at home.
Okay, we're gonna end it right there. You pass. That was wonderful. So did you graduate college or?
Yes, I didn't get a diploma, to be honest with you, but I took so many courses that one of my professors said to me, "You ought to go see your advisor. I'm sure you can graduate."
Oh.
But I wasn't interested in a diploma. I just wanted to take what I liked.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, had 3 children already, and I wanted to enjoy the classes that I took, so I really didn't care about a diploma. And I graduated high school early so that I started college. I was young. They didn't let me graduate high school, but they gave me a certificate. And when I finished English, I had to have 2 more years of English in order to get a diploma. So Brooklyn College accepted me as a student, and that's where I went. And then I finished my English for Erasmus High School.
Mm-hmm.
And that's my background, really.
And tell me about the family that you grew up in. Are you one of how many?
I was 2, my sister and myself, and my parents. And I should say that when I moved upstate, I had a whole new family, and it really was very nice. And my husband's side of the family had a lot of longevity. His grandfather lived to 108. And so I always told my husband that he's going to live a lot longer than I am. And fortunately, he passed away at 52.
Oh my goodness.
And I was in my 40s. And that's when I met my second husband, who was also widowed and in his 40s. And we were married for 40 years, his second marriage. And
Wonderful.
we had a good marriage. My first husband was an electrical engineer, My second husband didn't believe in going to college. It was a waste of time, he felt. He said he could educate himself, but you never saw anyone read as much as he did. And he became a vice president of Macy's department stores here in California, and they also sent him a letter, which I think I still have, sent him that they had never had anybody that didn't go to college in a position that he had, but he did it all by himself. He traveled all over the country to see how they did their warehousing, and he set up a warehousing project for Macy's where he was able to tag all their merchandise in the warehouse. And so when it went into the stores, it was already ticketed and was on racks. So the people in the store, the sales help, didn't have to worry about it. And it was very successful, and they're still using that today.
Interesting.
And tell us, were you able to get your clothing through there?
Was I able
Were you
to?
able to get your clothing?
Yes, but my husband wouldn't let me put it on. He didn't want any favoritism, and he wouldn't get anything for me. I got a small discount, which we never used, because he felt that he was getting enough in his salary that we didn't need the discount, and he wouldn't take advantage of it. So it is what it is, and it all worked out well.
Sounds like it. Where did you meet him?
My
Your
second husband,
Right.
I met him in California. He was working with my brother-in-law, and I told my brother-in-law I didn't want to get fixed up because it wasn't long after my husband passed away.
Mm-hmm.
And my brother-in-law says, "Don't worry, I'm not fixing you up. He's just coming with us to see the show in San Francisco, and that'll be that." And the next thing I know, I went back to Utica, and I was getting boxes of candy and what have you, and he started calling me, and one thing led to another, and we were married for a good length of time.
You had similar backgrounds, so you had similar backgrounds,
Yes.
so yeah.
I had 2 good marriages, and I'm very thankful for that.
Very good. Well, somehow you ended up at Heritage Point.
Yes, and I'm very happy here, I have to tell you that.
How did that happen, though? How did you come here?
Well, I fell in my apartment down in San Diego in La Jolla, and I went to the hospital, and they said I had a urinary tract infection, which I wasn't aware of, and that's what caused my fall. And then they sent me to the hospital, and I was there 2 days, and they still didn't have a room for me. So they transferred me by ambulance to another hospital in San Diego, and I was there 2 days, and then they sent me back to the first hospital. And one thing led to another. I went to rehab for a few months, and I was going to go home, which I did. I should tell you, I went home. I wasn't there more than a few hours when I said to my daughter, "I can't manage, I can't get up, I can't do things for myself." She says, I have a place, she says, that's not too far from me. My daughter still lives in Orange County, and I came here on a trial basis, and I'm here forever.
And they sure would.
I have nothing but good things to say about Heritage Point. I only see one improvement that it needs.
Tell us.
It's the food.
Oh, I never would have guessed. Okay.
But other than that, I have absolutely no complaints. I keep telling you, I meet the nicest people here.
And the people are more important than the food anyway, right?
I should say, that makes the place.
That's how
The
I-
people make the place.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Nobody's starving here, that's for sure.
And that is true. Also, the fact that we have 9 or 10 100-plus-year-olds
Oh,
here.
That's amazing.
Isn't that something? And we have one sitting right in front of us
Yes.
here, Penny, and Edith is right in the back. Edith as well. And the others of our centenarians here, I don't think so. But, yeah,
Not me.
isn't that wonderful? Well, it's wonderful to see you all here, healthy and participating. That's what it's about. Well, so you like the place. What do you like to do here?
I go to a lot of different things here. I started going into crocheting. I play mahjong, I play rummikub. I mean, I just like everything here. Whatever I feel up to doing, that's what I do.
We love to see you at so many things too, and I know you do attend a lot, so that's always wonderful to see. So tell us, with your husband, especially your second husband, you were married 40 years.
Yes.
What did you folks do when you had a free weekend, or what did you like to do?
Well, to
in
be
those
honest
days?
with you, when he retired, we started going on cruises. I had never been, well, I was on one cruise prior, but when my children were young, we didn't have the money to go traveling or do anything. And so we made up for lost time, and we traveled quite a bit. And I'm thankful that I got it in when I did, because now I'm not in any condition
You're not going
to go any place. But, yes, we went to the Panama Canal, we went to Europe, we went to, we went east, we went to Israel on a cruise, and, we really got around on our cruises, and I loved it. And my husband loved the water, he loved to sail. He used to do a lot of sailing on his own.
Did you go with him sailing?
I did at the beginning, and then all of a sudden I started getting seasick, and that ended my small sailboat. I mean, they were like 35-foot boats where you could sleep and eat, you know, in there. But once you get sick, I'm laying on the top deck and they're climbing over me.
Ooh.
It was terrible.
You had
Just
enough.
the thought, yes. But it's a nice thing if you can do it.
Tell me, what makes you laugh?
Oh, I believe laughing brings you out happiness. You have to laugh, you have to smile.
So you laugh easily.
Yes, I do.
Do you have favorite comedians, or, I mean, anything in particular that, you know, makes you laugh? TV that you watch, or?
I watch TV, I read, I do a lot of things, you know. I do what kind of comes naturally, you know,
Okay.
to do, and I'm just, I guess basically I'm a happy person.
It just comes naturally
Yeah.
for you. Please, if anyone has questions, please don't hesitate.
Did you ever work professionally at a salon?
Excuse me?
I'll repeat it.
Yeah. What was your profession, or did you have a profession?
Oh,
Well, I worked with a dentist, and when my husband passed away, my first husband, he was very close to a doctor friend that he introduced to everybody when he moved to Utica from out of town, and they became quite friendly. So when my husband passed away, he wanted me to come to work for him because he wanted to give me benefits that I didn't get from the dentist. But I was happy in doing what I was doing, So I just gave him a little time, but I didn't take all the benefits. He wanted to give me life insurance and things that, you know, that you don't get in an ordinary job like working for a dentist. At least the dentist I worked for didn't give you all the benefits. But he was very nice, and it worked out well. And then I, of course, met my husband, and before I knew it, we were married. I waited a year, though, before I would get married again. And my mother-in-law, God bless her, she would send my husband birthday cards, and she'd sign it, "Your second mother." She was such a good person. Everybody should have a mother-in-law like that.
Did you have children?
Isn't that wonderful?
Yeah. Did you have children?
What's that?
Did you have children?
Did I like children?
Did you have children?
Oh, not with my second marriage, no.
But you had 3 with your first.
I had 3 with my first, and he had 4.
Oh, a blended family.
But they were living out in Connecticut or what have you, and it was okay.
So how old were your 3 children when you married?
When I got married, well, my son was out of college quite a while.
Oh, okay, so they were.
And my daughter, one daughter was in high school, and one daughter was in college. And they
Where-
both finished college, and
Where are they today?
well, one daughter lives here in San Diego, in
Orange
Orange
County.
County.
Mm-hmm.
She lives in Placentia,
Mm-hmm.
which is near Anaheim, Fullerton. And my other daughter lives in New Jersey, and she's an attorney for the city of New York, a senior attorney. And unfortunately, my son passed away about 12 years ago. And he was president of LL for all of Orange County. And he was in public relations, and he also taught at, the name of the college.
Was it here in California?
Yeah,
Oh.
here in Orange County.
Mhm.
She,
How many children?
trying to think of what college.
Chapman?
What's that?
Chapman.
Chapman.
Oh.
Anita, thank you.
Was that Anita? How did you know? You spoken to her about it.
Story.
Ah.
That's the well-known one in Orange County, the private college.
Oh,
And so my granddaughter, one of his daughters graduated from Chapman. But, yeah, he loved doing well, he used to do all kinds of volunteer work and fundraisers for all the different organizations. And when they wanted to pay him, he would tell them to put the money back in the treasury, and he wouldn't take any money. And when he passed away, they had 6 huge wreaths at his funeral. And you know, Jewish people don't usually have flowers at their funeral. And I said, who sent those wreaths? I was shocked to see the wreaths at his funeral. And all the organizations that he did volunteer work all sent wreaths to show their appreciation. I just thought that was such a nice, generous thing that they did for him. And UC Irvine put up a study, a Hillel study, in my son's name, and we were invited to the ribbon cutting ceremony there. I don't know if they still have it, but they did a lovely job, very, very nice.
seems like quite a guy.
But he always gave of himself, and I think
Yeah,
somebody that gives of themselves.
How many children have you got?
She had 3. She had 3 children. 3, Pat.
Boys and girls? What did?
2 girls and a boy. Pat isn't keeping track.
Say, how old are they now?
Oh,
That,
they're adult children. Yeah. Oh, Vivian, I'm sorry.
That's okay. Having spoken with Sandy many times, she was a dietitian. And we said, we sure could use her help here.
Is that right? You were trained as a dietitian?
As a
Dietitian?
dietitian? No, why, I took 2 dietitian classes in college, and one of the women that was in my class, she ran a cooking school for a chain of supermarkets in Utica, and she asked me if I could help her out and take over a class in the evening until she got someone. And I said, I have so much going on now, I don't know if I have the time. She says, I really need the help. So I said, okay, I'll do it for a short period of time. And I ended up doing it for a whole year. I taught cooking. I taught Jewish cooking in the cooking school. And most of my students were men.
Really?
Yes, it was very interesting.
You probably learned as much as they did, huh?
Well, I did have one gentleman that wanted to know how you know water is boiling. My children knew that when they were little. Goes to show you.
Well, he needed the class, that's all I can say.
But I quit after a year. Yeah.
Okay. Please, Selma.
Yeah. You seem to have a very warm, happy disposition. To what do you owe that?
I guess to my mother. My mother was always happy and was always doing for others, and I guess it rubbed off on me. Hopefully on my children.
How many children have you got?
3. But you obviously thought a lot of her.
What's that?
You obviously thought a lot of your mother,
Oh,
from what
yeah.
you said, yeah.
Yeah. My son had a paper route when he was 12 years old, and we would wait for him for dinner and he didn't show up. So either my husband or I would go out looking for him. He was either teaching somebody how to throw a ball, or he was tutoring them in their math for school. And he never thought about coming home for dinner. He just would do it, and that was his nature.
How did he make a living, though? You talked about all the volunteer work he did. How did he make a living?
Well, I had my husband support me, thank God.
No, your son.
Oh, my son?
Yeah.
He did public relations.
Oh, he did, okay.
Yeah, yeah. And he did work for a couple of companies, and then he went in for himself.
Well,
So how many children have you got? How many children have you got?
3. If there's any last minute question before we move on, I think we've all enjoyed learning a little bit about Sandy, and you know how to learn more, right? That's the nice part. After this is just an introduction today, right? We just basically get introductions, but the idea is to, feel free to schmooze some more, right? But Sandy, I thank you. This was wonderful.
Well, thank you for having me.
Wonderful. Thank you. And I'm thinking, I want to go to Bobby next, and I will, but I'm wondering if I should put Richard to work. If you want to see, I know Myrna was wanting to come hear Christina today. I'm wondering if you could check with Myrna even, if she knows of another staff person who would like to do a last minute interview.
Have you interviewed Myrna previously?
I'm sorry?
Have you done Myrna in this spot?
Oh yeah, we did Myrna, yeah. But if Myrna has someone to suggest, we could do a surprise guest. It'll be a surprise to all of us because usually we're set up. I don't think I've ever had a staff member not show up for this. you know, I give them something in writing before, and, pardon me?
Who was it? Who was supposed to come?
Oh, Christina Zimmerman, the activities, the,
Nursing director.
yeah, Director of Assisted Living is her title. Assisted living, yeah.
Okay, can you go to the Bobby?
We're gonna go to Bobby for sure.
Yeah.
Thank you, my dear. Stay up here if you don't mind.
Okay.
Please, you feel free to stay up here.
Sit, sit.
And we have two guests to my left. Tell me that. Look at that foot on. And I'm gonna let Bobby, you know what, you might, do you want me to hold this for you? Yeah, that lady. Oh, you wanna try? Good, good.
Thank you.
And I'll let you introduce your guest and yourself, if you would.
Thank you. I think most of you in here know who I am. If you don't know me, you certainly know Pandy. This is my 5th child. And she had a birthday on Saturday. She's 13 years old. I have her since she's 8 weeks old. She was small enough to fit in my hand. And she's been my companion. She's been my everything, I think, since then. But okay, I mirror Sandy's. Really, it's incredible. I was born in the Bronx, okay? Not Brooklyn, but in the Bronx. I married when I was 19. I was going with my husband when I was 16, and I know him from public school. We were in the same neighborhood. I also had a baby within the first year. I have 4 children. I have 2 girls and 2 boys. My son passed away 2 years ago. If I sound like I'm wobbling here, I have Parkinson's, and part of my symptoms is I have tremors. So forgive me. I grew up in the Bronx.
Yay.
It's interesting because we talk about my first husband joined the Navy when, well, we married when I was 19. He'd already been in the Navy for 2 years, and we got stationed in a little place in Florida called Green Cove Springs. And if you blinked, you missed it. It looked like fly speck on the map. There were 4 corners, and I think 2 Jews, he and me. I went to work in Jacksonville for 2, believe it or not, 2 Jewish lawyers, which was an unheard of thing in 1954. Florida was unbelievable. I would get off, I went to work by bus. The bus picked me up on the corner, and it was like a 10 or 15 minute ride with segregation. And that was something I knew nothing about because we had help in our house. They were all kinds, and to me they were family. So to walk in the street and have a black person step off the curb into the street because white was coming down was something unheard of. And like I said, I was 19 years old, and I had never seen it before. And when my mother would call and ask, how is it going? I didn't even know how to describe it to her because it was something I knew nothing about. But I had a good time with the 2 brothers who were my employers. They got us an apartment. He was in the Navy at the time, and we got an apartment in Mrs. Odom's house. Now, the apartment, you had to go up the driveway into this little 1.5 room apartment I have. The kitchen had a sink, and then it had, you know the kind of kitchens you gave to your little girls? You know, you opened up a drawer, and in there was the refrigerator.
Yes,
and,
oh yes.
and the stove. I had one of those in the kitchen. And I loved to cook. I loved to cook, I loved to bake. And Mrs. Odom would ask me to come into her part of the apartment. We had to go in through the kitchen. She was unbelievable. When she watched TV, and what was his name? Well, I forgot who it was, but anyway, he had, I think it was Mahalia Jackson on TV. She jumped up and quickly turned it off. So, like I said, for young girls, this was something to me that was unheard of. But I got pregnant right after that. I gave birth in the Navy Hospital in Jacksonville, and the first meal they fed me was grits.
Oh,
And I told my husband, you gotta get me out of here, I can't eat that. They slopped it on everything we had.
Oh,
We also turned out to be the only 2 Jews in the whole Navy commitment where we were. And don't think one didn't say to me, do you have the eyes in the back of your head?
oh,
It was not good times. We lived like that. My daughter, Sue, who a lot of you have seen here, my 2 daughters do come here. My son, I'll give him credit, he comes too. But the girls come every Saturday, and they're marvelous. But she was born down there. I came back up north when he got out of the Navy, and he went to work for Grumman when Grumman was doing all kinds of work on the space, not the capsule,
the shuttle?
the moon rover. He did that, and I was busy having babies. I had a baby in 54, I had a baby in 57, I had a baby in 62, and then I had an oops, 97, 1970, who is the love of my life. That's my younger boy. I have, from those 4 children, I have 3 grandsons and a granddaughter, and 6 great-grandchildren. The twins, I have identical twin girls who live in Florida. They are 13 today. So I am just thrilled with that. What did I do in my life? Most of my life was spent working with people. I love people. I also like to be in sales, depending upon what the sales were. I sold real estate. I sold toys I sold it for Playworld as opposed to the other one.
Motel or?
I loved doing it. I worked as a secretary, but I was mother to 13 stores. I got a job. The guy who turned out to be my boss was a young man who unfortunately was in the hospital at the time. He had a collapsed lung. And when he came back to work, I looked at him And I said, you can't be my boss, you're too young. He was the handsomest young fella. I said, you could be my son, not my boss. But he was wonderful, and I loved the job, because I got to go to the stores. When they had a problem, they called me.
And where was that?
On Long Island.
Long Island.
Yes. I worked in Huntington, Long Island, and I really enjoyed the job. Then I went to work. My first job, I worked for RCA Victor in Manhattan. And I had a job where I got to meet all the recording stars. I sat on Harry Belafonte, who, when he recorded his Calypso songs, his first version was not too clean. And he would have them play it back, and he would sit on the floor in the recording studio laughing hysterically. He thought that was funny. I was upstairs, and I got friendly with the gal who ran the switchboard, and she would call, Bobby, he's coming in today. Bobby, this one is coming, come on down. And I would go down and sit in on the recordings. I was secretary to the vice president of the record division upstairs. So I got to know everybody in the shipping department. And I got records, they sent me home, these nice young guys. It was a fun job. That was the first. What have I done with my life? Well, I went to secretarial college. I was supposed to go for 2 years. I only went for one. My mother was not well. My dad was in vaudeville before he married my mother. My father worked with Menashe Skolnick in vaudeville. He was a Dutch comic. So life at the table in my house was just a fun thing. We talked in different accents. We sang songs. I could do with my dad all of Danny Kaye's routine. I mean, we just had a ball. My mother went and hid inside. That's all we ever got from her. I'm not doing it. I said, okay, so we did it. And I carried that with me all through my life. I love fun. I like that kind of thing. I think you people, if you were here when I first came, I'm here 5 months. The first thing I went to was the New Year's Eve party with my walker. And I couldn't stand it because I had to get up and dance. I just loved to dance. So I said, could you bring me my walker, please? And he said, you're leaving already? I said, no, I have to go up there and dance with the entertainer. You really? I said, yeah. And I danced with Andy. And I danced with, I don't see him here, Ray, I think his name was, but I had a ball. And when I told my daughters, I said, how did you do that, Mom? I said, I kept her walking near me and prayed. That I've fallen a couple of times in my older lifetime, no, my more seasoned lifetime, I don't say older.
Okay.
I don't believe that that's a word in my dictionary, but I do love that. I belonged to a choral group from the time I was in public school. And unfortunately, when the Parkinson's gets bad, I can't sing. And that bothers me. I'm in the choral group anyway, and I love it. Now I'll tell you about the people here. I love you all. I made it my business the day I moved in here to get to know you all. And for those of you who I didn't hear your names right away. I quickly look at your mode of transportation, because most of you have your names on it. So that way I don't forget. I love the staff here. They're the most caring people. I have to have help to get my legs up on the bed when I go to sleep. Somebody comes in to help me. They just wonderful, so it's like getting tucked in bed, which I love. Pandy sleeps with me. Pandy is with me everywhere I go, except to the dining room. She's been a help. My first husband, I was married to for 23 years, and then finally broke that. I have 4 children with him. I married the second one within 3, well, I went with him for 4 and then married him. And he only has 1 child who went to school with my younger daughter, Sharon, who Anita in the back knows. My son-in-law was for 25 years the cantor at Temple Bat Yam.
Cantor Grant.
He passed away last summer.
Son-in-law,
Pardon me, Vivi,
her son-in-law?
Sharon,
was Cantor Grant at Bat Yam.
yeah.
Yeah.
Jonathan.
Jonathan Grant, I
Now,
remember him well.
I've known about Heritage for as long as he knew about Heritage. So I knew when it was my time. I told my kids, now it's time. My son died on a Wednesday in Florida. And on Friday, up here in Irvine, I fell and broke my hip. So I did not go to Florida for his funeral. Well, it's going to be, and then of course Jonathan got sick. I nursed my second husband for 6 years with a bad heart. He was overweight, yet he never let anything stop him. We played golf, we cruised, we did all kinds of things until he couldn't do it anymore. 3 weeks before he passed, I got Pandy. I saw her on my computer. I didn't even know, she's a multi-poo. She's a designer dog, pardon me. It's a mutt. It's what we called the mutt years ago. She's part multi-poo and she's part toy poodle. And how old? First, she was just 13. Saturday was her birthday. She's 4 days older than my twin great-granddaughters. Yes. So I was on there and saw this dog. And my younger daughter said, "What are you doing, Mom?" I said, "I must have hit this spot 600 times already. There's the cutest little dog." She said, "Let me go look." She came back, she said, "Happy birthday, Mom." And they shipped her from Oklahoma. The first airline wouldn't ship her. She didn't weigh enough. They have to weigh 2 pounds. She didn't.
She was under 2 pounds.
She was under, so we had to wait. She bonded instantly with my husband, who was on oxygen and in a wheelchair or whatever. He died 3 weeks later, 6 days before my birthday.
Mm.
But she's been my companion ever since. I don't know what else I could tell you.
Oh my gosh. You made my job easy. What can I say?
Well, I'll tell you what my motto is. That's how I'll leave you. I came here being 90 years old and thought I was one of the oldest. And then I met a few of the seniors, and I think you're wonderful, and that's my goal.
Yeah.
I told my children years ago, I'm going to make it to 100. because that's my attitude. I don't tell people I'm old, because I'm not. I'm well seasoned. I have a lot of seasons under my belt, and I intend to get more. I have a happy attitude. I refuse to say, woe is me. It's just not, it just pulls you down. So anybody that I see, I apologize in advance if I go, don't say that. Just think in a positive way. It's very refreshing, and it's the most healthy thing you can do. I don't care what your situation is. I love the staff here. I hate the food, but I'm working on it. I love to cook. I cook in my apartment. I tell you that now. I have my own refrigerator, and it's stocked. So when I don't come to the dining room, I miss you all, but I don't miss.
But you're eating well, we know that.
Yes. So.
Tell me, what do you like to do here?
I play mahjong. I play rummy cube. I belong to the choral group. I don't go to the exercise, not because I wouldn't like to. It tires me tremendously. But I do, on my computer, I have a computer, I have an iPad, and I found the Parkinson's program on my computer. And so I go on there to check certain things, and it's a good place to be. I'm busy. She takes up time. I love walking her. I love taking her out. We go to the Rose Garden.
Oh.
That's her place to go, and it's really wonderful because I don't have to go outside with her. What I found I have to do now, because she's had one or two little accidents. So I asked the aide who comes in to tuck me into bed if she could walk with me, and I take her now into the Rose Garden at 11 o'clock at night. And we go to sleep. She sleeps right next to me on the bed, doesn't snore. I mind when she does it.
Does she move around a lot where it's hard for you to sleep? No?
She sleeps right next to me, and she's very quiet. Did I knock this off? I think we're, okay, got it. She's very good. And she knows how to tell me when she needs me. Or when I forgot to give her a treat. I didn't say that word, children, I have one. But she bumps me. She'll come right up and smack me in the leg and tell me, Mom, you forgot it, or you didn't, you know. So it's very good. I tell her all my secrets.
Has she had any special training?
No. She's really, poodles are extremely bright breed of dog, and she is very bright for whatever part of her is the poodle. She's really more poodle than anything else, but she trained herself.
If you haven't seen Pandy close up, you must come see her, because her punum, you'll melt.
Oh, I'll tell you a funny story about that. I had, before I came, I'm only in California coming up 10 years. I lived 21 years in Florida, retired with my second husband. And when I was in Florida and my husband had passed away, being in the choral group that I was in, we entertained all over, and we entertained at another CCRC, which is continuing care retirement community. And I went to live there for 2 years before I moved and decided to come out to California. My kids have been out here. Sue's been out here since 1974. She stayed. I came out here for a year with my first husband and our children, and she stayed. And the others followed. And Sharon came out in the 90s, and so did Adam. And when I lived at the, I lived in Independent, okay, which I loved. And I became a ambassador for which they had there for new residents or people who were interested in becoming a resident. And I loved the job because they gave us free passes for extra meals, and their food was delicious. I mean, delicious. And I had her with me. She was a puppy at the time, and they would have me come into the lobby and talk to the prospective residents. And they had me bring candy because dogs were allowed. So she was sitting on my lap. She was much younger, and I said to her, "Candy, put your kepi down on my lap and go to sleep." And the lady said, "Oh, she knows how to speak Jewish." And I said, "Well, just a little, you know." So that stuck. And she understands when I say that, she should put her.
You know, Richard says that to our granddaughter. You say exactly the same thing, don't you, Richard? Yeah. Put your kepi down.
Well, like I said, she'd be delighted to walk with you. Unfortunately, and some of you have asked, she won't go with you. The staff has asked, "Can we take her out? Can we walk her?" I said, she won't do that. She won't even do it with my children. She's very, very mommy
Very attached.
oriented.
Uh-huh.
What do you think?
I could look at her face
What do you think?
continually.
What do you think? You want to go down?
Enough showing me off, she's thinking, huh? Oh my, are there questions at all? Any questions that we haven't covered? Where did you live in Orange County when you came here?
Where did
Wait,
I live?
yeah.
In Irvine.
Oh, you lived in Irvine. Where in Irvine?
I lived in Coventry Court apartment. There,
Oh.
right off of Kensington Park Drive. Well, I don't know if you know that area.
Well, we lived in Irvine for 40 years in College Park. I don't know if you know where
Yes.
that. Okay.
Sharon, Sue lives in College Park.
Oh,
Yeah, she's been there for 45 years.
oh, what's her last name?
Fenson.
Fenson. I don't
Or
remember that.
they said Thornton.
Okay.
Fenson.
Fenson.
Sue and Carl.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, she married a native Californian.
Well,
There you have it, folks. Any questions? Come on, you must have some, please.
She's been quiet this whole time, and does she bark? Does she have any way to communicate with you what she was?
She asked me if she
Does she bark and does she communicate with you
Oh,
what she wants?
barks.
I've heard her.
She doesn't bark a lot, but she does not like when I tell her I have to go someplace or I close the door. You can hear her bark for a while. If I tell her I'm going to eat, very interesting, she'll go right inside and get in her bed and stay there till I come back. But if I just say to her I have to go out for a minute, she's not a happy camper.
Because she's used to whenever you say I'm going to eat, you're gonna be back, right?
You want to go down? See, she's so little, she weighs 5 pounds and she doesn't know how to jump. She has never jumped up on the bed, off the bed, off a chair. So when she wants to get off, she smacks me and looks down. She'll do that to tell me, is that what you want?
I've heard her bark, and it is not an annoying bark. And it's not that loud either. It's, you know, you can certainly hear it well, but it's not an annoying bark like with some dogs. Yeah, she's a class act.
You've been a good girl.
Questions?
I'll put you down.
I guess Bobby answered them all, huh? That's probably what it is. What did Richard find out as far as a, no staff person wanted to?
She went home.
She went home? I can't believe it. She had it written. I gave it to her in writing. When to be here, what time, what you say. Okay, anybody have a suggestion for a staff person for next time that you'd like to hear from? Anyone, or I'll pick them, but if you have a suggestion of somebody that you'd particularly like to see up here, any staff person in
Somebody
particular?
that'll come instead,
I didn't hear you.
somebody that will come if you invite them.
Yeah, somebody who'll come. Well, as I said, I don't think I've ever had a staff person not show up. I think this is a first. But my residents were here, ready to go, and I cannot thank you both enough. Really, you were just so interesting to hear from. Really, you guys are the best. And Larry, you had something.
I have a suggestion for a staff person.
Oh, yeah?
What about the individual who's in charge of the nursing staff?
He was here. Miguel?
Oh, Miguel.
I don't know, is it Miguel or is it somebody else? I thought it was a female.
Miguel is in charge of Sage, I believe.
Miguel?
Miguel was here,
Sorry, no, he was here.
yes.
Is he in charge of Sage now?
Yes.
Oh, but also independent, no, also independent living, I thought.
Thank you, guys.
I thought, well, thank you guys for coming.
What I know,
Hey.
he's in charge of memory care and Sage, and that other lady is in charge of us.
Oh,
I know it's.
see, Vivian's got it right.
Okay.
So Miguel is in charge of memory care and Sage, and Christina, who is supposed to be here today, is the one who's in charge of independent living, the rest of Heritage Point.
That's who I was interested
She was invited today. She said she was gonna be here.
First top, Mika is the second level.
Who's on the first level?
Krishna,
Oh, yes.
yes, she's the top
She's
as
and
manager, and then Mika is the underneath by
that,
Yeah.
yes,
Second.
I think Andy has that right. Okay, so Christina is the one in charge of all the nursing, the overall nursing
Yeah.
for and then you've got, Miguel who works under her.
Hey.
That sounds right. So we learned a little bit and
Well, maybe next time.
we'll try. We'll try, yeah.
Good night.
Please, have a good night, all of you. You guys were so wonderful, good sports. And I think, our guests were wonderful. I don't usually like to keep them that long, but
And
they,
she's still smiling
and
and
they're
she's
both-
funny.
yes, yeah, really. And please, schmooze some more with each other, right? That's what it's all about. We'll do it again next month. I think next month we will be the first Wednesday night of the month. We had to delay it this month because of Passover.
Come out from there.
But next month, back to our regular schedule.
Good night, and thank you to you for
Oh,
presenting this pretty.
Thank you, Selma. Yes, thank you for participating.
Come out.
Are you shy? No. Oh, you too. Well, we're going to await her bat mitzvah.
That's what I said. That was
Yeah.
by mitzvah. Now that she's 13. You know,
13?
it's funny because when I moved out here, I couldn't stand the fact that I kept seeing my kids on my Facebook page. So I called Sue, I was due to come out anyway, and I said, I had an epiphany. Guess what? Find me a place to live, because I'm coming out to California. That's when I went to Covington.
Okay.
Well, I came without a car, because I couldn't afford to rent a car. And when I told the people who lived there, the ladies, because it was not anything but apartment 55 and older. And I told them that I didn't have a car, I was gonna use an Uber. Oh, no, you won't, we'll take you where you wanted to go. They took me, and I had no way to repay them for that, so I cooked for them. I would bring and make meals, I would bake, I did all kinds of things.
That was here.
Me, here,
Here.
yeah. And I lived there for 9 years.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, well, that's what I like to do.
You got to do what you like to do.
What was the
Yeah.
question for?
Oh boy. We'll have to add that to your bio.
Okay, well, it'll show up somewhere.
We'll have to add it.
Doesn't show up.
Well, thank you, Bobby. Thanks
I
again.
talk a lot and I
No, you did. Listen, this is what it's all about. This is what it's all about. No apologies.
She's like, that's why I'm hurrying. She knows she needs to go
I hear you.
smell the roses maybe.
First, she's taking a few sniffs here.
I
Sandy,
love
thank
most
you.
of your lists.
Everything wonderful. They were wonderful. I will agree. Yep. Absolutely agree. Yeah. We did good.
Thank you.
We chose good ones, huh?
Yeah.
If you've got suggestions for next time, the hard part is to get people to say yes. Both of these gals immediately said yes. It's not usually that easy for me.
That's showing up.
Thank you all.
Thanks for looking it up.
Well, that's not showing up, so I'm a little worried about